Welcome back to the podcast with Schmoe and Shadez, the podcast, season 1, the Renaissance podcast, episode 5, Q&A and cancel culture, PG-13, not family friendly, 18 plus. You guys came here for real, and you're gonna get it.
No doubt. No doubt.
Thank you for clicking on episode 5. You guys don't know how appreciative we are of it. Debate was a tie. You guys went on Twitter and voted, and it came out to be a tie.
So, who won?
A tie. I don't know if you familiar.
So none of us won.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to
Hmm.
settle it with a part 2 sometime in the future.
I don't
Maybe
really want to do that though.
maybe next episode.
You really think that we have to do that?
Uh, I mean, if the people want it, we got to give what the people want.
And now, how do they communicate to us if they want it?
We provided a lot of links in the description. The comments, the show details. There's plenty of ways to find us. So um,
All right,
we're
whatever you say,
we're
Schmo.
we're ready to hear from you guys whenever you guys want it. If you want a part
I,
2, tell
that's
us.
right.
We'll help you out.
All right. So, should we get into the topic for today?
Go ahead.
Wait. Is today? No. Isn't today
Is it
Q&A day?
Q&A? Oh yes, I think it is.
Oh boy. So, just to tell our followers, we asked a lot of people, a lot of our great followers,
People
such
from
as
around the
yourselves,
world, around the world.
and they sent us questions, and we're here to answer them. So,
They did just that. And our great followers for this young and up and coming podcast have emailed us and asked us some very inquisitive, decisive questions.
I can't wait to read them, and
I,
I think we should get this party started because this is what it is. It's a party, right? It's a.
yeah,
Do you know what a party is?
a party.
Yes,
Um,
a party.
uh, is it a let's say, is it sort of uh like uh, I'll set up a hypothetical situation for you. Um,
Yes. Please
okay,
do.
just to get across the definition, would it be as if um I'm not sure if you're familiar with the movie Titanic?
Mm, yes, I am
Yes.
familiar with that one. It
Yes.
is very sad and emotionally driven.
Well, towards the end of the movie, there seems to be a bit of a two people are together and they're separated. They're partied from each other. There was a party.
Uh,
And would that be the
I don't.
correct assumption for the definition?
No, I think more of a party as a celebration. Were you confused? Did you think I said parting? I meant
No,
party.
no,
A
I I'm
partay.
I'm pr- pretty familiar. I believe party was the uh would be the correct word for it. I mean, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a party is when people celebrate and they enjoy something together, such as like a birthday party.
I actually
They enjoy somebody's birthday
Shades. I
together.
think I that's what it is. I think you're mistaken. I think you're referring to the a very similar word, festival.
No, I'm thinking of a party.
No, I think that's what it is.
There's no such thing as a birthday
Guys,
festival.
guys, um, you know what? We'll leave this to you guys. If you guys think that, well, maybe we'll get another Twitter poll going.
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
what
maybe.
is the definition of party, guys? What does a party mean to you? Leave it in the comments. Vote on the Twitter poll.
Make a comment on the Twitter poll.
If you want to get a little crazy with it,
Yep.
go ahead. All right.
So, should we get to the questions?
All right. Let's get to it.
All right, well, I'm looking down the list here, and oh,
Whoa, that's
that
all right. It's
that's
a
a big
big
list.
list. That's a
I
big
know.
list. Wow.
But I found one, and you know who it is? You know who it is, Schmo?
Oh, who is it?
It's our favorite special guest so far. It's it's not Barstool Athlete, I can tell you
uh,
that.
that's for sure.
His name is Curious George 2.0,
What
and
did he
he's
say?
asking. He said, "Hi all, I'm just asking you both, what made you want to start a podcast?"
Man, that is a that's a that's a big question.
Can we pause this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Wow.
what what
That's
made us want to start a podcast? Is that what he's getting at?
yeah. I think that's what he's getting at. I think it's. I mean, that's kind of a really big question. Um, well, let's break it down. Let's break it down. We sort of touched on this in our first episode. If you guys want to go check it out,
Uh,
episode one,
the
the
redeployment
Renaissance
podcast.
podcast, season one, the Renaissance podcast, episode one, redeployment. We
Check it
touched
out.
on that and Shade's college decision and reaction. If you guys want to check it out, please.
You must. If you want to be a follower of this podcast, our
Here, you know what?
first episode is our roots, where it started, right?
Yeah, let's give him a second. We'll pause for a second. Just let him go back and listen to it. All right. So let's get into this question. What made us want to start a podcast, Shades? Let's actually let me ask you a question. What's the season title, Shades?
The Renaissance podcast,
Correct. Correct.
or is it
Um,
is it the redeployment podcast?
no, no, no. No, it's the Renaissance podcast, season one.
All right, I should know that.
You you should probably know that, yes.
I
Um,
I think we know what our second season's gonna be titled, right?
yeah, and we're not gonna tell our listeners now. We're
It's a
not gonna spoil it.
surprise. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. And well, let's let's think here. Renaissance. Renaissance. What makes
Renew.
this what what about the Renaissance men inspired us to start this season one, the Renaissance podcast?
I think it was the fact that they just were willing to explore the world in a way that people didn't see before. You
They
know?
yeah, so they sort of um found found it in themselves to think, you know what? I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be like every other podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go and uh
We're gonna try new
basically
things.
try new
That's
things.
the bottom line here. We're not we're a podcast that we try different topics.
Try different things.
If you
Not
go
be
through our episode
afraid.
list so far, go through our episode list. Episode one was a book review. Episode two was a TV show that we really like and something that we like we're connected to, right? We're
Something
connected.
we're connected to, something we learn from. Something we learn from. And
Episode
that's
three,
yes. Episode 3, go
we
on.
got an adventure on here. And we really listened to his travels and really dissected his travels and what he did for that 1 month that
Mm.
he went around this particular country. Episode
I
4,
mean, he was a Renaissance man. He was a Renaissance man.
I think so. And we're both driven to be like Curious George 2.0. And you were the one who asked this question. And
Yeah.
episode 4, it's about
Sports.
sports. Yeah.
I mean,
So
how much more of a change can you get? You
this
know,
is this is diversity right here. This podcast, it's all about testing new waters, right?
testing new waters, uh,
We're not afraid to get our pants dirty,
going into
right?
the going into the filth of discussion
Mhm.
and really
Can you
uh,
expand on what that means?
the filth of discussion, the the dirt, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
the the deep the deepest parts of discussion that's dirty. People are repulsed by it, and they're not willing to go to.
But you know who is willing? You know who is willing?
Who?
Us. We are.
Us, the podcast.
That's why we wanted to start a Curious Short 2.0.
You know who
That's
else?
why.
Da Vinci. Da Vinci, and that's sort of a model for our podcast. We
Uh,
try and
I'm
we
more of a der.
not not Durr, but Da Vinci, um,
Okay.
and people who like Da Vinci went and explored different topics, learned from them, and wasn't afraid to uh, go into the as we discussed and explained the
Yeah.
filth of
I mean,
discussion.
Da Vinci, he was a scholar in so many different ways. And I think if more people in today's world are like that, then I think this world has unlimited possibilities to be great.
Is there anything else that sort of made us want to start a podcast? Was it perhaps we were seeing podcasts out there, seeing podcasts, and do you think is there any podcast that inspired you or
No,
uh, no?
no. This is our podcast. We didn't steal anybody else's ideas.
All right. The next question. Um, this is from Drake and Josh Lover 427. Oh, this one is for Schmo.
Oh, it's for you.
Whoa. What's your favorite color?
I know what mine is.
Well, it wasn't for you, so this is for me.
If my favorite color is
Well,
blue.
regarding my favorite
Mine's
color,
blue.
I don't really, man. Wow, I don't know where to start.
Mine's blue.
Well, if you're asking what's your favorite color, what's your favorite color? I mean, what makes colors so important? And I think in order to really discuss that, we have to first um, go as Socrates and the Greek philosophers first took it into it. They questioned what is the philosophy of color. And as I think about it here, I think color, color, it goes through your eyes, through the optic nerve into the brain. And there you perceive, you perceive something from this color. Maybe it's something you like. Maybe it's something uh, almost like um, a feeling. You'll get a feeling from this color. Maybe it's um, let me just use an example. When you think blue, blue, what do you think? Shades,
Sadness.
sadness.
I think of an ocean as well.
Right.
I think of the sky.
I mean, not everybody. Well, this is the thing about color. Not everybody perceives it the exact same way. When I think
Mm.
blue, I think stop. I think stop. Alert. Alert.
No, no. I think that's red. I
And
think everyone thinks stop and alert when it's
no,
red, not
but
blue.
that's a part of color, the philosophy of color that's particularly interesting. I will see, I'll see blue, and I'll think, whoa, whoa, and
Uh,
some other people like shades will find it calming. They'll find it
Lower your
calming. In
headphones,
fact,
guys. Lower your headphones.
they'll
Warning.
find it calming, and I think I think that's what makes color particularly important in creative expression,
Well,
in
I think
literature.
I think Renaissance men used color in many of their paintings,
Well,
and
not only their paintings, but their literature. In
oh,
their literature, and they would. use color for descriptions, scenes, imagery. Uh, I'm not sure if you're. Well, I know you, a literature lover, would be familiar with the term, but I'm not sure if
I'm
our
I'm not a literature lover.
our
I am
our
not a
audience would
literature
be
lover.
familiar. I'm not sure our audience would be familiar with it, but the figurative language term, imagery,
Yes, I use that in my writing all the time.
it's. I mean, color is a very important uh, detail that needs to be introduced into your writing in order to put the reader into the scene, into
Schmo,
the
I have to
scene.
call you out right now.
What?
Give the answer to the question. You're BSing Drake and Josh Lover 427, and I really don't like it.
Well, I
Answer the question. What is your favorite color? It's
am
not that hard.
describing the importance of color, and well, if you can't see the importance in that, then we're just gonna move on.
So you're not gonna answer the question.
We're moving on.
You have no
Move
favorite
on.
colors.
Move on.
All right, I'll read this next one. All right, this is from My Name Is. Oh,
Oh, that's it.
I guess so. It has
Okay.
four dots next to the name of this person.
I
Uh,
oh
what do
wow.
those four dots
I am
possibly
on the
mean?
edge of my seat.
All right.
That is the wow. I mean,
All right, I'll read the
just take a
question.
minute to appreciate the ellipses here, the use of ellipses.
Yes. If you guys
Captures.
if you guys were stranded on an island, what three items would you bring with you? Yeah. I've thought a lot about this. Have you?
Uh yeah, yeah, not I wouldn't say a lot, but I maybe, once or twice.
Uh, and as I've thought about it, my perspective has changed through the years. But right as of right now, I really don't think I would bring any items. I would.
Why not?
I think I would bring more of the desire for world peace. That's what I would like. And before I go on further, I'm gonna read a quote that I read to myself before every day. I would say I read this quote every day, Schmo.
What? Whoa.
Uh,
Okay. All right. Go on.
Let me read it. Our pleasures are not material pleasures, but symbols of pleasure, attractively packaged but inferior in content. By Alan Wilson Watts.
See, you are a literature lover.
Oh, stop.
Well, I would bring with let's see, three items I would bring with you. Me, myself, and I.
Uh, is that it? You want to expand on that? I think those three items are
Let
yourself. So
let's let's move
so
on.
wait. So we're both bringing nothing to the island if we're
Um,
gonna be stranded on it.
I wouldn't consider myself nothing. I think I'm worth something. I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know if you agree with that, Shades. I mean, I said I would bring me, myself, and I. That's three items. Three items of very, very, very
Uh,
important value. Very
uh,
important for the person.
I have a trash can in my unspecified location. Shmo, I'll compare you with a trash can.
What?
I think you heard what I said, Shmo.
All right. If you're gonna act like this, I'm just gonna cut the podcast.
Cut it out. I dare you.
I can
Cut
go.
it out.
I
Cut it
can.
out.
I can go on without you, Shades.
So I
That's right.
guess this
Sit
is a little
down.
dipping
Sit
in the
down.
road.
Sit down. We're moving on.
All right, what you say?
All right. Next question. Next question. This is from Why Always Me 124.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a fun name.
you want to read this one?
Uh, no, I think you got it.
I've liked you guys from the very beginning. Oh wow, you guys were bright, quick on your feet,
Ah,
spunky, all around hilarious, clever, young individuals who
oh
wanted to
my
be real.
God, really?
I'm really flattered.
You can say
I've
that again.
I've recommended this podcast to many people because of the comedic irony you guys have with your podcast.
How nice. What one nice person. We don't have enough of these people in the world.
Wow. Oh, wait.
Huh. Well, what's up?
But um he goes on here. He says, "But what's changed? What's changed? You guys aren't even trying. It's obvious. You guys are just interested in how many people listen to your stupid podcast. You guys don't even care about your most passionate fans.
All right. Stop.
You
Stop.
you
Stop.
lost one subscriber. Can you guess who? It's me. What? I can't read this anymore. It's too mature for our listening audience."
So why always me 124? It's really a perfect name for you. It really is. Why always
Why is
me?
that?
Because you think you're so entitled that you get to write this big comment. And at the beginning of the
Yeah.
comment,
You know what?
you think you're tricking
Yeah.
us? You think you're
Yeah.
tricking us? Why always me 124? Well, let's be honest. You're not. You're not.
Yeah. You know what? Why always me 124? I'm gonna call you out here. I think you're being a bit of a victim.
Yeah.
You're being a bit of a victim here. Why always me? Sounds like you're pulling the victim card.
Yep.
I
You're
think
telling
I
us that
think
we're not trying.
I'm gonna call you out. Why always me? 124.
You're
I
telling us
think
we're not trying.
I. You know what? I think you might. I think you might have been offended at something we said on the podcast, and now, all your opinions suddenly changed. All that comedic irony. You think that that's changed? Why? Because we said something that offended you?
It,
You know,
I'm
honest,
at a loss for words right now, to be honest, Sean.
honestly,
Like,
I mean, I hate to say this, but honestly, I think he's just another hater. Just another hater trying to cancel our show because we're too real for Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, and Pocket Casts. Don't forget the Pocket Cast listeners. They can't handle it.
we're
They
too
can't
real for
handle it.
them.
We're too real. And
They they want us to baby them through life.
honestly,
And I guess he or she or
not sure.
whatever, we're really not sure, didn't like our latest podcast. But instead of telling us what they didn't like about it, they're trying to offend us and get through our skin.
They're
But
trying
you know
to
what?
break through our skin. I can't. What? What?
Unlike you, why always me? 124. We're tough.
You
We're
got
not
thick
gonna back
skin.
down from people
Thick
like
skin.
you. We're not gonna look at your comment and feel gloomy for the rest of the day. Feel that color of blue and feel depressed.
Red. Feel red all
Yeah.
day. Not gonna happen. Why always me 124? And honestly, I think this is something that's happening not only to our podcast, but I mean, especially for our podcast. I mean, we're talking about real topics here, but
Mm-hmm.
podcasts around the world. I
Yep.
think people are being offended. They're being offended, and because of that, they're being canceled. They're canceling them.
They're being offended just like
They're taking down their
that.
show.
And we're not gonna back down from what we believe in, why always me. And if you
Gonna
have a
keep.
problem with it, I'm not gonna tell you to keep listening to us, or you can honestly go. We don't need people like you bashing us. So I'm glad that you're not a subscriber anymore. All right?
Honestly,
I'm glad.
I wish I could. You know, I I'm gonna be the bigger man here. We could do a whole roast session right now on
Yeah,
you why always me 124. We could be going to your profile. We could be going to your profile. We could be sending hate. We could be uh
that's not who we are.
calling you out,
Let's be
calling you
honest,
out.
Schmo. People like Why Always Me 124, they want us to do that. They want us to come to them.
They think that by uh by getting under our skin, getting under our skin, they're gonna they're gonna push our buttons. They're gonna push our buttons and get us to uh react or almost even like get off topic
Well,
of our like episode.
that's not gonna
But
happen.
that's not gonna happen.
Simply put, it's really not. Uh,
I mean,
I'm kind of getting sick of talking about people like Why Always Me 124.
I think it's a you say would be showing. You think this person would be showing pietas here
No,
in
just
their
the opposite.
comment?
No, this person's showing fear. They're showing a desire to hate people. They're not following their duty and doing what they want. But unless they're,
Going all
but
crazy.
they're
They're
going
going
all
all
crazy.
crazy.
They're going all crazy on social media and bashing other people. And just focus on yourself. We know we've been successful with this podcast. We know we have. How about you find what you're passionate why you always may want to do for? Find what you're passionate about and be successful that way. Because let's be honest, you have to work hard to be successful. You have to.
You gotta. I mean,
There's some people in this world that
yeah.
things are given to them. Yes, a house, an education, and people are very lucky. But there's other people in this world that had to work for it. And
People like us.
yeah, but I'm gonna be honest here. I've probably been given a lot already,
Oh,
but
speak for yourself. But
I'm not gonna go
yeah,
online and bash other people.
because of uh, they might have been offended by our realness. Our realness.
Yeah, they're not strong enough for this podcast. They cannot handle it. That's the bottom line.
You know, I'm gonna take a moment here, um, and go to our podcast YouTube channel. Go to our podcast YouTube channel, and I'm gonna point out a a particular comment that I wouldn't say got under my nerves, but was particularly um, it made me maybe distraught would be the right word for it. Distraught.
Yes.
Well, there's I'll read it to you. This comment.
Okay, please do.
Talk about your personal lives. You keep saying you're real, but I've yet to say anything about yourselves. I can't imagine those are even your real names. We want the truth. You
All
know,
right. Well,
yeah.
I know what to say right now.
Loser.
Yep. Uh, I think so many people can talk behind a computer screen, right? It say to our face. Come to our unspecified location. Say to our face.
Say to our face. Say to our face. All right. Oh, you can't? You can't? You're scared? So you got to go write it in a comment, trying to get it under our skin, trying to
Oh,
get us to
it's
go
not
off
gonna happen.
topic. Well, it's not going to
gonna
happen. It's not going to happen.
All right. Should we move on? I think we've vented enough.
All right.
Just know that there's always gonna be people like there's always gonna be people like Why Always Me 124 out there, and there's two things we can do. You know what those are?
What?
We can either get upset by them and have our day ruined,
Not going to happen.
or we can move on. And I think that's what we gotta do right here.
I think uh, that's a good response to these kind of haters. These kind of
Haters are gonna
haters.
hate. Haters are
Haters
gonna
are gonna
hate.
hate. Haters are gonna hate, and you just gotta not give them the attention. You gotta not give them the public, gotta not advertise them to the public, like talking about them. And so,
You know what? Uh, one of my favorite songs are to listen to after listening to this type of hate
what? What song?
fight song by Rachel Platten.
Wow, that's an interesting choice.
Any
Care to
any
talk
type.
about it? Maybe
Well,
even here, sing us an excerpt.
all right. Well, wait, do you have any songs first?
Do I have any songs that I
Yeah.
listen to when I get these particular uh, haters?
Uh, yes.
Um, well, uh, that's, I mean, that's kind of a personal
All right.
question.
Well,
So
I'll sing the
keep
song
that to
that
myself.
I'll sing the song that I really like to calm myself down. All right.
All right.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Wow. Beautiful.
That, that's just one verse from Rachel Platten's fight song. And I sing that to myself when I'm feeling down from haters like, why always me?
One,
One,
two,
two,
four.
four. Sorry,
Yeah,
that hit a string. Uh,
I can imagine. I can imagine.
it's just, we have to battle these people, you know? We have to encounter them in our daily lives. And when you're constantly hearing this hate smell,
You can't help but have it get you a bit. Get you a bit.
it, it,
You know.
it does. It really does. And just great musicians like Rachel Platten,
Mm.
they really helped me get through it. And I think that's what music, a lot of music is about.
Yeah, I think uh, music has a bit of a um, particular ability, um, sort of like literature in that way. It has that ability to uh, get across a feeling, get across an emotion to the listener, that uh, is able to give in those moments where haters are, you're surrounded by haters like my always me 124, uh, and you're surrounded, and in those moments you're given by Rachel Platten and other musicians like her, you're given uh, a bit of a boost, encourage, a bit of a boost, a bit of boost of uh, what's the word? Uh, pietas, pietas in those moments. Uh, when you're surrounded by the chaos of furor, you're given them in those moments some pietas.
Yep. I think you hit it right on the nail. Okay. Anything else you want to say about this guy? I mean, you're a
Well,
girl.
you know what?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call him out here. Why always me 124? Don't forget your question marks, buddy. Why? Why? You're asking why? Well, why is a question word an interrogation phrase? Use a question mark. Proper
I
punctuation.
Honestly, Schmo, I really don't think he was thinking about that. They were just trying to get under our skin. That was the whole point of the statement. But it didn't work because I still got a lot of fight left in me. That's the bottom line.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It didn't work, and you're not going to get any attention from us. Why always me 124?
You can try. You really
And
can.
and people try. People try, and they keep trying. They keep trying to hate on us, hate on us with comments like these, comments on our YouTube channel. Sometimes I even have an urge to uh, disable comments. Disable comments.
We might have to, honestly. We low key might have to.
We might have to because it's not the kind of energy we want on our podcast, guys. This is not the listener that we want. Okay, it even if we had a million's a bit of a low ball, but maybe like 2 billion. If we had 2 billion listeners like this guy, I wouldn't even want to make the podcast. I wouldn't even want to make one. You know, because it's people like this that give to use the common phrase in the vernacular nowadays among the social medias like TikTok, Vine, popular social medias.
I don't think Vine's
Bad
relevant
vibes.
anymore.
They're
I
giving
don't think Vine's relevant
bad
anymore.
vibes. Totally bad vibes from Why Always Me 124. It's people like this person that give bad vibes, and I just don't want to listen. I don't want to listen to it anymore.
You can say that again.
And it's honestly, it's a bit discouraging. Discouraging.
Uh, I think that's the perfect word. Perfect word. I really do. Uh, is there any other questions you want to get to in this podcast today, or should we end this podcast like
I don't know if I
perhaps on
can.
a more happier note?
I don't know if I can keep going.
Uh, I'm right there with you, buddy. All right. Um. So you want to wrap this one up?
All right.
All right.
You know,
So in
and
our next episode, we're gonna be talking about movies.
movies.
What's our favorites? And
Top
I
10,
think
maybe. Top 10.
top 10 perhaps, maybe a top 12, top 14.
Maybe. If
I
you
think
guys
I
want it.
think there's gonna be some special guests involved.
Maybe. Maybe not.
No, I think so. I think we'll be able to get them on.
We'll try
They're
our
they're
best.
they're not as hesitant as Barstool Athlete. Yeah, yep. If you're listening to this Barstool Athlete,
Show your face. Show your face.
or are you gonna be like, why always me 124?
Behind a computer screen. Text.
All right, well, that's it, guys. See you in the next one. All right, deuces.
Ciao.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on, starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep, say I'm in too deep, in too deep. And it's been 2 years. I miss my home. But there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe, yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. Shout out to Miley Cyrus. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright
Let's
song.
go!
My powers turned on. Starring right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song.
On.
And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion.
That's my co-host.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Oh my god. That
Woohoo!
that took a lot out of me there, Schmoe. Thank you. Alright. Thanks,
Oh,
guys.